Today I'm going to make a little Halloween decoration project. This is quick, easy, and most importantly, cheap. Okay, here's what I did. I went to the Dollar Tree because I needed some Dollar Tree stuff. That is a, dollar store here in the US. Everything's $1. So they had these little carvable styrofoam type pumpkins for $1. I picked one up and decided I was going to paint it black because this orange just doesn't make me happy. I like black and white kind of for Halloween. So all I've done is, see, it had these big seams around it, and I just filled them in with some texture paste. Actually, what I used is something I found, Deco Art Dimensional Effects Paintable Texture Paste. It's, texture paste. It's basically spackle. Okay? Just something to kind of fill in those big seams and gaps so that they didn't show quite so much. They might show a little bit, but anyway, it's better than it was, right? Okay, so I did that. I let it dry, and now I'm going to paint it black, and I've decided what I'm going to use is this Tattered Angels High Impact Paint because it paints on pretty much everything. And I tested it to make sure that it liked this weird styrofoam, and sure enough it does. And I've got this sponge brush is handy, so that's what I'm going to use. Then I'm just going to start painting. It may take 2 coats to cover all this orange and to get down into all the little holes, but that's fine. I'm just going to keep going and see what happens. Alrighty, I think this is pretty much dry, and it did really well. I probably put 2 coats on. It wasn't, put 1 coat on, let it dry, put another on. Didn't do that because I don't have the patience for it. I just put 1 coat on, and then as I'm putting that coat on, I kind of go back over a little bit, and by the time I'm done, I'm probably put 2 coats, but whatever it takes, perfectly fine. The stem, no, green's not working. I found this. This is from Deco Art. It is Americana Decor paint with a chalky finish. The color is called Timeless. So, let's see what this does on our stem. This is probably going to need the same, kind of 2 coat situation. But it's so small that I'm going to have to let this one dry. And then go back in with the 2nd coat so that the green's not showing through. Okay, I think that looks good, right? Now what? Well, I found this thing of lace trim under a cabinet, so I thought I might use it to go around like that. But this is round, this is straight, so you have to kind of, make little fake pleats or gathers or whatever to get it to go around. So I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to do it with glue. Here we go. Beacons Fabri-Tac. Let's just see how big of a mess I can make out of this. This might not have been the best idea I've had today. Okay, that's holding, kind of. Now, let's just see how tedious this is going to be. See, I figure if I follow that line right there, you just give me a little guide, and then when I get to the end, it's going to all be good, right? Oh, good Lord. Is it just going to make big blobs of glue? Probably. Maybe if I quit touching it so much. That be better? Possibly. There's a sewing machine sitting over there. I suppose I could use that, but why bother when this is so much harder and more tedious? Why use the simple sewing machine? Alright, you see where I'm going with this? Yeah, it's going to work. So, I'm just going to keep going. Okay, that actually turned out really well, I think. So, yeah, that's cute. Except I don't really like this raw edge right here. So, I found this hemp jute stuff. And I think I'm just going to glue it right around there just to make it look a little more finished. I think these came from Deco Art too. Not completely sure, but I think they did. Oh yeah, there. That covers up some of that weird edge quite nicely. And I like the rough, natural look of the jute up next to the fussy frou-frou lace. You know what? Okay, let's since it looks great and it looks done, let's overdo it just a little bit with some Glimmer Glam chandelier colored. Okay, let's let this little guy dry and we'll see what we've got. Okay, my little dollar store pumpkin is done and adorable, I think, anyway. I used Fabri-Tac, because that's what I had, to glue it onto this glass candlestick thing that I got at Goodwill for 77 cents. And then I tied another piece of this jute around here to kind of make sense a little bit more. And I just now remembered seeing a couple of tags in the back in the Canvas Corp warehouse that I might dangle off of here. I'm not sure. They were Halloween themed and really cute. Or, you know, just leave it sitting like this on my desk because it's adorable. So I hope you will give something like this a try. Get one of those really cheap dollar styrofoam pumpkins and paint it. And this high impact paint worked really, really well. Add some kind of little, you could do, you know, paper things or fabric or lace around it, or just leave it plain. You could paint something on it in another color or use one of your paint pens or chalk markers, whatever, and then just stick it to a short candlestick from a Goodwill or another discount store, and there you have it. I don't know how a pumpkin on a candlestick makes sense in any way, but I don't think it has to, by gosh, because it looks like it just jumped off a Pinterest board. And that is the point, right? Am I right? Okay. All right, that's all. The end.